Okay,
I
da
have
sind
to
wir
say,
wieder.
initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe,
Es gibt
miffle
neuen Content,
tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the
wurde
content.
gesagt.
Give me the content, Stanley.
Okay.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
New Content. Okay. Das haben wir schon gemacht.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another
Okay.
elevator.
Noch
Stanley,
ein
I
Aufzug.
have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready
Okay.
for whatever it is.
Wir sind bereit. Was ist das?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Auf Twitter.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Nichts. Zurücksetzen. Ich hasse Spiel zurücksetzen. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Da gehe ich nicht rein.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Ohne
Feeling a wave
Umwege
of
zum
disbelief,
Chefbüro.
Stanley
Aufs Klo.
decided to go up to his boss's
Und da
office,
war noch ein
hoping he
Ding,
might
wo wir
find an answer
aufdrücken
there.
könnten.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ich meine, das Klo hat sich ja verändert. Hat sich jetzt immer noch verändert? Ja, ja. Das hatten wir noch nicht. Hä? Oh,
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past
okay.
and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Okay. Oh,
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories
nee,
so I
nicht
can
schon wieder
relive the peak
die
experiences of my
Erinnerungen.
life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Ich will nicht. Das hatten wir alles schon. Natürlich kommen wir nicht mehr zurück. Oh. Dieses Spiel kostet Nerven.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Los Angeles time. Stanley Parable Deluxe Choices. Oh ja, wo kommen wir da noch mal weiter raus? Naja, okay.
Je suis dans la mémorisation, seul sur l'abri des loups, et je n'attends plus que toi, mon amour.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now, a lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Okay. Original.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation, boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Teppich. Wie sieht der Teppich aus? Und was ist hier? Ah ja. Da kommen wir nicht rein. Aber hier.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I
waren
wouldn't
leichtere
give to go
Zeiten.
back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Okay. Oh,
Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in
Okay.
years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
okay.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, wo sind wir denn jetzt?
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh, jetzt schön. Da kommen wir nicht rein. Okay.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Ah, guck mal, da kommen wir darüber.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the play... Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really truly... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
Die Blume ist
Me
auch
talking,
eingegangen inzwischen.
you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying.
Innerlich
I can
verderben.
tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world.
Okay.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing.
Okay. Ah, das ist jetzt offen. Jetzt müssten wir hier ja irgendwo wieder rauskommen, oder? Oder? Oder war das die ganze Zeit schon offen? Das war bestimmt die ganze Zeit schon offen und ich komme hier nie wieder raus. Jetzt spricht ja gar kein. Oh, die Uhr ist runtergefallen. Jetzt bricht garantiert alles zusammen. Gut, müssen wir alles zusammenbrechen lassen.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make
Keine
all of
Tür,
their
kein gar
pitiful
nichts.
demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never
Oh
the
Gott, oh
end,
Gott,
is
oh
never the
Gott.
end, is never the 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 end, is never.
Ja, ja, hier bricht gleich alles zusammen. Es regnet schon rein. Da, geht alles kaputt. Ich sag's ja. Ach du Schande. Da bricht alles runter und gleich wird Stanley davon erschlagen. Jede Wette. Jede Wette. Okay, aber es ist schön hell. Jetzt. Hat auch was. Wenn etwas schön hell ist. Die Leiter ist umgefallen. Und drücken wir nochmal, was passiert jetzt? Oh, jetzt ist es ja schön. Also ich stelle schon Jahre hier drin, will ich mal sagen. Jetzt wird es wieder duster. Hundert Jahre oder so. Es gibt keinen Ausweg. Stockfinster. Naja, so fast. Jetzt ist er kaputt. Aber es gibt einen Ausweg. Oh Gott, das sieht aber nicht schön aus. Wo kommen wir da hin? Hm. Das sieht aus wie Wüste. Äh, und schon ist Feierabend. Okay, danke fürs Anschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.